Let's get straight into questions. We've got some roving mics.
Law is that should always be accessible to everyone, male and female, irrespective of the size of their bank balance. Through the Law Society, because it's funded, like the gentleman, John Fitzpatrick said, it gives access to ex-clients like me who won their case after many months, won the case. I would not have done that without their help, and I bless the day that I came into contact. One more thing quickly. I'm not the only lady who went for transfers of property into their name. There'll be many more before me and many more after me. And if you gentlemen, do this 60% cutback, you will be denying the average Joe Smith on the street access to law, which by right is fundamentally should be accessible to each and everybody of you. Bless them, and I will always be for them. Every time, not one time, but 1,001 times.
Okay, thank you.
And I work for the Horn of Africa Community Group, who's been affected by the cuts. We had 100% cut from Hammersmith and Fulham Council. And I was trying to understand the question and come with an answer. And this is what I'd like to say, is that until Britain can say that there's no discrimination and it is a country that gives equal opportunity to all, this question will come again and again. And you can ask me why, and my answer is this. I was born and brought up in this country from mixed parentage. And at that time, it was very difficult to be anything in this country. Very difficult to be included in anything. And we have a situation now where people who are from now coming as new and emerging communities into this country are having to have great difficulty in even accessing basic legal support. And
let me stop there for a minute. Let me ask a little about the form of the question. What's being suggested, I think I would be saying, is that provision of services like the Law Centre is a vital bulwark against discrimination, and that if you cut it, you'll be increasing or allowing discrimination. Harry Phibbs.
Well, as far as the, specifically on Horn of Africa group. Sorry, I better speak with the microphone. I mean, there've been winners and losers, and it's true that your group is one of those that has lost out, and I understand it. Therefore, your feelings will be strong about that. The process was an open process. There was no preferential treatment given to those with existing funding. It was designed to give a level playing field, to be open to new groups that have funded. All of Africa applied for funding for £45,000 over 18 months. The application sought funding for a welfare benefit service which was in direct competition with the Citizen Advice Bureau, and funding was prioritised for those services as they were judged to be better value for money in terms of offering a higher volume service, offering more help to more people. Now, I don't expect you to agree with that, but I mean this is an example of the choice that was faced. I mean, there can be an argument that you disagree with some of the groups that we've given money to. There's been a suggestion that nobody here would disagree with the funding for the new groups. That then becomes a choice about how much additional funding for the voluntary sector and how that should be financed.
A simple lack of knowledge of what the voluntary sector has done shows the sort of people who are in charge of these decisions, and it's an utter disgrace. To say that the Citizens Advice Bureau can provide the same service that Horn of Africa. Horn of Africa has been going 20 years. It provides a whole range of services, not just advice services, to a whole East African community, which has grown considerably over that period of time. The Somalian, Clan, Ethiopia, we have a very large community from all those countries here. And if anything, we should be embarrassed that we aren't doing more. That help will not be available anymore. those people who are some of the most vulnerable people we have in our society here will go without. It's as simple as that.